Hey, what's up guys, it's DarkArmedDuelist and today I'm going to be doing a Code Talker test hand video. I'm really excited for this one because this deck is a really cool Cyberse deck. I really love the mishmash ability of this deck that you can throw a bunch of different Cyberse cards together and they kind of work together to make your Code Talker monsters. This is essentially your archetype in here, whereas your main deck is kind of like the tech cards that you're playing around with to get the deck to work, which is really, really cool that a lot of the different Cyberse cards are kind of like one big archetype between Marincess, Salamangreat, this and some other Cyberse archetypes like Mathmech and stuff like that, which is really, really fun. So without further ado, guys, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell on there so you can become part of the notification squad, and definitely check out the Patreon down in the description below because we have some awesome rewards for you guys, like getting your name in the description of every single video, getting a signed card sent to the mail, or even getting to request a deck profile just like this one with test hands every single month that you are a patron. So without further ado, let's get straight on into this. So this is a really fun deck that basically just throws its whole hand on the field and goes, let's go, and makes a really, really insane board. You can actually extra link your opponent. If I get a really good hand, I'll show you guys how to perform the extra link. And the really neat thing about this deck is I might play it a certain way, but this deck is so open-ended that you might look at the way that I play this deck and say, oh no, you don't need to do that, you need to do this. And it will change the way that the entire combo goes, which is kind of neat. And there's always a different way to climb through the ladder when you're playing a Code Talker deck. So let's go ahead and shuffle the deck up and see what we can draw out. I think I'm going to skip over doing the draw test hands in this because we're going to be trying to extra link so much that it's going to take up too much time to do those other draw hands. So let's go ahead and focus that camera really quick and let's get straight on into it. So Prohibit Snake is really, really good right off the bat. Cyberse Converter is really good. Optimization is going to give us an additional normal summon. The Balancer Lord is going to give us an additional normal summon. And then we have Microcoder right off the bat. Yes. Okay. So we're going first. If we're going first, we're going to immediately activate the Txne optimization, because if a Code Talker monster battles an opponent, it cannot activate cards or effects until the end of the damage step, and then during your main phase, you can mean that its card effect resolves. Normal summon a Cyberse monster this turn, which is really cool. So we're going to activate the Txne optimization and immediately normal summon out our copy of Balancer Lord. This will then trigger normal summoning out our copy of Prohibit Snake, and then you're going to use the Balancer Lord to pay 1,000 and then special summon out your Cyberse Converter, or you can leave it in your hand if you want to, and then special summon it to your side of the field. Now I'm going to immediately link away my copy of Balancer Lord, or you can hold on to the Balancer Lord if you want to temporarily. Go ahead and link away that Cyberse Converter and the Microcoder because you're going to immediately go for your Code Talker. Code Talker effect is going to trigger. It gains 500 for each card that it points to, and it cannot be destroyed by battle, which is kind of neat if it points to something. And then your copy of your Microcoder that was in your hand, which if you guys don't know what Microcoder does, if you're going to link and summon into a Code Talker monster, you can use this card while it's in your hand, and then if it's sent to the graveyard, you get to search a copy of a Txne spell or trap directly from your deck. I don't even think I'm going to bother shuffling this because I'm going to be going in and out of it so much. Go ahead and activate our Txne Codex. The copy of Txne Codex will trigger every single time that we link summon. If you link summon into a light, you get to search a light out of the deck. If you link summon to a dark, you get to search a dark out of the deck. But you can only activate either or effect. You can activate its effect once per chain, but I can only search each attribute once, which is, it's fine. That's totally fine. So we're immediately going to go in, and I'm going to grab, let's see. Which way does... Yeah, okay. Transcode is going to be the next one. So we go ahead and we're going to link the Prohibit Snake and our copy of Code Talker to the graveyard, and I'm going to special summon out to my side of the field a copy of Transcode Talker. Transcode Talker's effect will then trigger, letting me special summon back my copy of Code Talker, and then the copy of Txne Codex will trigger, letting me search an Earth monster from my deck to my hand, which will be a copy of Code Generator. Code Generator is going to be really helpful because it uses the same way as our Microcoder, which is really, really cool. This is in our hand now, and we can go ahead and link summon away for another Code Talker. If you want to, what I normally would do is I'd go ahead and link away the Code Generator and the Code Talker together, and I would go immediately for my copy of, let's see, I would go for a copy of, let's go for Xcode Talker. Go for Xcode Talker, and the Xcode Talker is going to lock down this zone above our copy of Transcode Talker so our opponent can't use it, which is going to help us out. We already got 6 monsters levels that we've already got on the field, and our Xcode Talker is going to trigger letting us search Now, don't forget about your copy of code generator in the graveyard. Lets us send from deck to graveyard a code or a Cyberse monster. So we're going to send from deck to graveyard our copy of Sea Archiver. And then we're going to search from our deck our Parallel XZs. Parallel XZs is if a link monster, if you link summon, you can special summon this card from your hand to a zone that link monster points to, and then you get another Parallel XZs. So we're going to go ahead and add that from deck to hand, which is going to help us out quite a lot. It helps out because you're going to get some really neat plays off of this particular, round. So now that we have the copy of Balancer Lord on your side of the field, you can link it away and then link away your Transcode Talker and your copy of your Balancer Lord to the graveyard. And we're going to link summon into a copy of Code Talker Inverted. It helps out a little bit because you're going to be getting to that other zone. Or you can even summon Splash Magician. The Splash Magician will help out because you're going to search a water monster from the deck, and you're going to summon it right here. So the Splash Magician will trigger, the Signet Codex will trigger, and the copy of the Parallel XZs will trigger. So you're going to special summon out the Parallel XZs, and then you're going to get to special summon out another Parallel XZs from the deck, which is going to special summon over here. It doesn't matter where you summon it, you're just summoning it to your side of the field. The Signet Codex is going to trigger, searching a water monster from our deck, which is going to be Script Drawn, and then our effect of Sea Archiver will trigger because a monster was normal or special summoned to a zone a link monster points to, and we're going to immediately special summon it to your side of the field as well, which is going to be really helpful. We just filled up our field again. Now we've searched off of this, we've searched our copy of a earth monster, a wind, and now a water. So we have dark, fire, and light left to search. So now that we have this field, we can start actually link summoning to get our crazy, insane board. So we're going to go ahead and link these two away, and I'm going to summon my Code Talker Inverted now, because the Code Talker Inverted is going to go in between these two zones, and then the Seek Archiver is actually banished. Our Splash Magician could trigger as well. You can target Cyberse monster in graveyard, special summon it to in field and defense position. If you keep this on the field, let's back up a second. If you keep this on the field, you keep your Splash Magician on your side of the field, and you link summon into, let's see, if you link summon Cyberse level 2 or lower Cyberse, you're going to need to climb upwards. So if you link summon into your Shooting Code Talker here, in a second, you can actually go off a little bit more, or you can even just go ahead and link it away. You're not going to need that much advantage. We're going to go ahead and link summon these away. That's going to go to the graveyard. That's going to go here, and you're going to immediately go for your copy of Cyberse or your Code Talker Inverted. You're going to then get to search a light monster because we haven't searched light. We've searched. Now we have fire, and we've searched. Let's see, water, dark. We haven't searched dark, and we've got earth. So we haven't searched dark and we haven't searched fire yet. So we're going to go ahead and use the effect of our Signet Codex, which is going to trigger, letting us search from our deck to our hand a light monster, which is going to be our backup secretary. And now we can really start going in. So you can go ahead and special summon out your copy of backup secretary, link these two away, and your copy of your Parallel XZs, and we're going to go for a link 3 at this point to climb to point upwards, which is going to be the Shooting Code Talker that we're going to summon here. Use the effect of Script Drawn. You can banish a Cyberse monster from your graveyard, except another copy of itself, and then you get special summon this card from your hand, which is going to help us quite a lot to link climb as well. So we're just going to banish out our copy of the Cyberse Converter, or actually, you could special summon, you may just card special summon a level 4 lower monster from your hand. We don't have another level 4 lower monster to special summon, but you still can banish your copy of, you can banish anything you really want. You can banish your copy of Parallel XZs because you're not going to need it. Special summon out your Script Drawn, and then you have plenty of cards on your side of the field that you could even link summon and link climb a little bit more if you wanted to link climb a little bit more, because you have your copy of Cyberse Coder. We haven't searched fire yet, but we really can't go for the fire. But just with this field right here, you've locked down your opponent. You can also, if you want to, you can link away your copy of Shooting Code Talker right here, and you can go out for a copy of your Access Code Talker, which we haven't searched dark yet, and then you get to search a dark monster, which we've already searched that. Let's go ahead and grab a copy of Microcoder, which all loops back around to the microcoder, but you can't use its effect to link summon this turn. And we've already used up our normal summons. We didn't use up our Signet optimization because we paid our 1,000. So we're going to normal summon out the microcoder and link out away to summon out a copy of Talkback Lancer. And Talkback Lancer lets you tribute one other Cyverse monster to target a Code Talker monster in your graveyard with a different original aim for that monster and special summon it. So we're going to tribute off our copy of Cyverse Coder, or our Code Talker Inverted, and then we're going to special summon back a copy of our Transcode Talker, which is going to boost all of these monsters up as well, which is going to be super helpful. Now, this is not the most optimal play. This is at 5,300, and this is boosting these monsters right here. This is not linked right now, but it's not terrible. You don't have an extra link, but we can get it. So let's go ahead and do another test hand and see what we can actually pull off, because that was pretty good. I mean, you got some really good plays. You guys probably could see how you could extra link your opponent really easily. But let's go ahead and see what we can do with another test hand. Like, this deck is a deck that I would not mind just solitaring it and doing like a live stream and just keep going over and over and over again. Like, this is a fun deck. Really, really, really fun deck. And I really enjoy playing around with Code Talkers because they're just so weird. Like, you can just keep linking and linking and linking and linking over and over and over again. And it's so cool to be able to do. As you can tell with the way that these card sleeves shuffle, I played this deck quite a lot. So let's go ahead and draw. So we're going to go ahead and draw into a Signet Mining, Prohibit Snake, Converter, Signet Mining, and a copy of Cyverse Gadget. Okay, go ahead and activate the Signet Mining. The Signet Mining is going to send a monster from our hand to the graveyard, which is going to be a Prohibit Snake. We're going to add from deck to hand our Cyverse Microcoder. I want to call everything Cyverse Microcoder or Cyverse Prohibit Snake or something like that. I don't know why, but every card I want to call it Cyverse. And it's going to let you add from deck to hand this. We're going to normal summon out our copy of Cyverse Gadget, and when this card is normally special summoned, you can target a level 2 or lower monster in your graveyard and special summon it, which is Prohibit Snake, which is going to help us out quite a lot. Go ahead and link these two together to go for your copy. Actually, leave these on the field and go ahead. If this card is sent to the graveyard, field of the graveyard, you can special summon a Gadget token. Okay, we're going to go ahead and link away the copy of Microcoder and our Cyverse Gadget to the graveyard, and we're going to summon out a copy of Code Talker. Always start with the Code Talker. That's how you actually pull the combos off. Your copy of Microcoder will trigger. You search your copy of Codex, activate the Codex, and then you have some more plays. You're going to get a token off of this, which we're going to put this right here as a token. You can then start link summoning and popping off. So we're going to go ahead and link summon these two monsters away, and we're going to summon out our copy of Cyverse Coder Inverted, or Code Talker Inverted, which is going to get us a light search, which is going to be our backup secretary, and then you can really, really, really start popping off with this combo. Go ahead and search the backup secretary. The backup secretary is going to special summon itself to your side of the field, and then now I'm going to link away the copy of, do I want to link away the copy of, I just put my entire hand in the graveyard. That goes over here, that goes over here. I'm getting excited. This is fun. I love this deck. Okay, so now that we have this on our side of the field, you can start link summoning even more. You have searches off of this, and if a Code Talker monster special summon from the extra deck, you get search. So at this point, you could go for Transcode Talker, which is probably what I would go for, to point upward. Go ahead and link summon into Transcode, which Transcode will immediately bring this back, and the Signet Codex will trigger, letting us search from deck to hand a copy of Radiator, which is what I'm going to, our Generator, which is what I'm going to search, which then we can climb even higher if we want to climb even higher. You can then special summon out your copy. I probably hold on to the Converter because I really want to use the Converter to go into Talkback Lancer for the very last card right here. Go ahead and use the copy of Code Generator with your copy of your Code Talker, because this is going to really help out well, I probably use this. I probably use the Inverted, and then I would go for the copy of Code Talker, because I have a trigger for Parallel XZs. So we're going to summon the Parallel XZs. If you link summon, you get to special summon it, which is going to help out. You're going to search that off of summoning this. Then you can special summon out your copy of the Converter, which unfortunately we're not going to be able to use to get that card up there, but we still have plays, so it'll be all right. Go ahead and link summon into... we could actually go for Access Code Talker at this moment, if we wanted to. You could go for Access Code Talker right here. Yeah, well, let's go for Shooting Code. You can go for Shooting Code. Special summon this and this to summon here, and then your copy Parallel Xyz. If you link summon, you can special summon this card from your hand to zone. Well, that kind of locks us out right there, so don't go into that one. Go into your copy of Access Code Talker, because it's going to help out a little bit more to go in Access Code Talker here, because you're going to be able to special summon to a zone link monster points to. And then this is Dark, so you get to search Dark, which we're going to search out our copy of Microcoder. And then once you search the Microcoder, we're going to special summon out our second copy of Parallel Xyz from the deck, which triggers to special summon right here. And then now we have more fodder to link summon. Yay! Here we go. Okay. So, now that you have this particular field, you can special summon a Cyberse monster to zone the card points to. Let's see. You go for... Shooting Code's what I really want to go for here, because it's going to point upwards right there. But I can't use this in the hand, because you can only use each effect of this once per turn. Let's see. You could actually summon at this point. You could go for... This card's link summon from your hand to zone this card points. You special summon Cyberse monster from your hand. Okay, let's go ahead and link for this. Go ahead and link these two away. Special summon this here. Special summon this here. And you get a light. You already got your light surge. So go ahead and link summon these away again. And summon out a link 3, which is going to be the Shooting Code Talker right here. And then you're going to get a search off of the Signet Codex. And also, we forgot about the code generator, which sends a monster from the deck to the graveyard, which is the Sea Archiver that we forgot to do that, which is, I believe, mandatory. This card is summoned to his own link. Okay. And we'd also get to special summon that out, which is pretty cool. It helps us out with the combo a little bit. And we're going to get to search a water monster, which is going to be Scriptron. Or you could summon out your copy of Code Radiator, which is going to get us a link 2, which is going to help out the particular field a little bit more if we can get one more monster. If we can get one more monster, we can be fine. Let's see, how are we going to do that? Could summon this, and then this would special summon this would special target a Cyberse monster. Yeah, we got it. Okay. We'll go ahead and link summon these two away. You got to link for a Code Talker for that. Let's see. See, this is how it kind of gets when you get to the end. You got to kind of figure out how to actually link summon for the final time to get your copy of your monster out on your side of the field. And I know some of you are probably screaming, "Oh my God, do this! This is how you get it right here. You're missing it." And I'm like, I know it's not. I don't see it. It's not there. Did we already link into that? Did we already link into transcode? And transcode is once per turn, isn't it? Yeah, transcode is once per turn. Okay. Let's see. The Prohibit Snake. The Prohibit Snake could come back. When this card's in your graveyard, you can banish one other card from your graveyard, add it from your deck to your hand. Yeah, we could banish a card from the graveyard and get the Prohibit Snake. We could banish the copy. We don't have Balancer Lord in the graveyard, do we? No, we don't. That was the last test hand. Go ahead and banish the copy of Microcoder. Add the Prohibit Snake from deck to hand. If you add the Prohibit Snake from deck to hand, if you can get a normal summon out, which we don't have another normal summon because we normal summon at the beginning of the turn, you could actually link summon into your last copy of your card, which would really help out. But you can climb down and link away the Sea Archiver with this and go into your copy of your Code Talker. Oh, did I already use them both? Oh, I used them both. Oh, no. Okay, we already used them both. So you're going to have to leave it like this. So you almost got an extra link. You guys probably see it where you can actually get an extra link, but unfortunately I can't get any further than this. But as far as you can see, you could extra link your opponent if we had a monster that was a level 2 on our side of the field. If you had a level 2 Cyberse monster, this deck has insane extra linking potential. I don't have a level 1, which is unfortunate. But it's really insane. Like, it's really crazy that you can actually go off and pop off this easily with this deck. It's really fun to be able to do. Actually, let's do this. Link these two away. Summon this here. Use its effect. Trigger. Special summon a Cyberse from graveyard, which could be a level 1. And then use this to link summon away, summon the Talkback Lancer here, and you contribute one Cyberse monster to target one Code Talker monster in your graveyard with a different original name from that monster, and special summon it to your side of the field. So we're going to get rid of this, and we're going to not get the extra link, but we're going to get better than that. We're going to get the Transcode Talker, and we have a complete L link, which is for loss against our opponent. So, joke's on you, I win. And then I have multiple pops in the graveyard because I have 1, 2, 3. I have 3 pops in the graveyard, and this came out and was able to target the transcode, which would have gotten it to 53. So we have this insane board, and we went plus. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We got a +4 off of all of this, so I think we did all right. So that's it, guys. I hope you did enjoy it. It's a really, really incredible. It's an incredible deck to be able to do this with. I really think it's a lot of fun. There was probably a couple of times that I could have extra linked, and you guys probably can see it where I did. I haven't picked up this deck in a little while because it's just a fun deck to play around with. But I kind of been playing around with a couple other decks. But you guys should definitely try this deck out because it's insanely fun to play around with, and I'm definitely going to be picking it up even more in the future. You'll probably see some live duels of this soon. So anyways, guys, this is DarkArmedDuelist. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Hit the bell on there so you can become part of the notification squad, and definitely tell me what you think of this video down in the comments down below. It's a really, really fun deck to play around with, and it's pretty budget besides the Access Code Talker. Everything else in the main deck is budget, relatively. Maybe Sign-Up Mining is a little expensive, but everything else is fine. So anyways, guys, this is DarkArmedDuelist. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Hit the bell on there so you can become part of the notification squad, and we'll see you guys in the next video. See you later, guys.